In this video, I will show you how to file a BOIR, or Beneficial Ownership Information Reporting. Now, this is a requirement that went into effect January 1st of 2024. We have a whole year to do it. If you're a corporation, LLC, or even a sole proprietor that had to register with the Secretary of State in the state in which you do business, this is a requirement. And there's a whole flow chart. You can find all sorts of information on if you're required to and which companies are exempt. Now we're on this homepage here, and I will put the link to this page in the description of this video. You can also find it very easily by doing a web search for a beneficial ownership information reporting. And you'll see that there's actually this link right here that has a ton of great information on how to file, instructions, a quick reference guide, etc. But in this video, we're just going to file, and we're going to click this box here, bottom left, and there are two different options to file. You can either download a PDF, fill it out, and submit it, or file online. We're going to go down here and file online. Okay, and this is the information we need to fill out. These are the tabs. We're going to go through it very quickly. It doesn't take long to do this. I'll just put in some sample information here, but we're going to do an initial report. It automatically puts the data in for us. Gives us a notice about paperwork reduction and privacy. We just click next. We're already on the second tab. Unless you have a FinCEN ID, we're going to click request to receive a FinCEN ID. Now we're going to put the company name. So we can just put in XYZ Inc. or whatever our company name is. And if you have any DBAs or fictitious business names associated with your corporation or entity, you'll put them here. If there's more than one, you click this box and you add additional lines. You don't put a comma and put multiple in the same line. You have to create additional boxes. Now we put a tax ID. Now, tax IDs, and you'll have a drop down between an EIN or a social security number. And because I did this for my businesses, I had an EIN. Now, even though these will have a dash in the number, you don't enter it with a dash. So it'll just be all digits, just like that. Now, of course, if it's a foreign tax ID, you'll have to select the country, but we're doing all domestic. It asks the country, and we'll put in United States. State of formation, what state was your entity formed? We just put that in. Let's just say California. And of course, tribal information if it applies. Address of the corporation. I put in our office address here with the suite number. And then I moved on and clicked next. Now we're on this third page. Now, when I first saw this, I had to read a little bit to figure out what I'm looking at, but I realized that this only applies, this company applicant page only applies if the company was, the inception of the company took place on or after January 1st, 2024. Well, my companies all existed prior to the first of this year, so this doesn't apply. They're referred to as existing companies because I haven't incorporated them in 2024. So if I click existing reporting company, it disables the fields on this page and I simply move on. So the short of it is that unless your company was incorporated in 2024, just click this and skip on to the next page. Now, this is where it's going to ask who the beneficial owners are. These are people with 25% or more. I believe, double check that. But basically, anyone that's benefiting off ownership of the company, any shareholders, you'll go ahead and you'll put their information in here. So if you have a FinCEN ID, it says you can put that in and skip all this information, but I didn't. So I have to put all this in. Now, there is a box for exempt entity because there are certain types of companies. An insurance company, for example, is an exempt entity. And you can look up a list. You can easily do a web search of exempt companies for BOI filing. I'm not. And even though one of my companies is an accounting company, and accounting companies are exempt, it engages in other consulting services. So I'd rather err on the side of caution and just register it, which I've already done. So I go down here and I enter my personal name, my personal address, and then it asks for an ID. It wants to know all about you. It wants to know who is benefiting out of from ownership in these companies. And so I went in. Now you can do, of course, driver's license. I did a passport, which was easy because I didn't have to put any of this down here. The second you choose passport, it grays this out, so you don't have to put in the jurisdiction or county or state or whatever. And you just put in your ID, and I drag and dropped a picture of my passport here. And that's it. Then finally, you're going to put in your email, your first and last name. You agree that before you file, you do this check CAPTCHA to make sure that you're not a bot or something. And then you click submit and you're done. And you'll get a print confirmation page that you can save and add to your file. But that's it. It's quite simple, actually. It goes by very quickly. You can get it out of the way and not have to worry about it. Of course, if there are changes that need to be made, then you'll have to update it. But your initial filing is pretty straightforward. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. Thank you for watching.